How's everything going?
Thank you. Good,
Great
good,
seeing you.
excellent. Thank you.
So,
Thank you
so
for being here.
before
We're gonna
talking
put you in the
about
big
that,
screen and yeah.
yes. So I just want to add a little quote to what Ms. Rizlan mentioned, the last quote. So one of my favorite quotes that actually did motivate me to apply for this part-time MBA that says that the best investment that you can do is to invest in yourself, because this is the only investment that will last for life.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Rashid, you are an entrepreneur today in the tech. You are the country manager for ESC. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about this and tell us how did your journey from the part-time MBA, or maybe even a little bit before, led you to what you are doing right now.
Okay, thank you, Yusuf. So for the ones who doesn't know me, my name is Rashid Mourel Ghazi. I'm the country general manager for Yassir Maroc. Yassir is an American North African company it's a startup that operates in the field of innovative mobile solutions in Africa. So we have offices in the United States, Morocco, Algeria, and Tunisia, and France as well. And we're currently exploring expanding toward high-value markets like Egypt and Cote d'Ivoire and Senegal. So we have two main apps. So I'm just going to quickly explain a little bit about the business. So we have two main apps. The first one is Yassir Transport. It's an Uber-like application. It's a ride-hailing app that allows you to order a mean of transportation to move from one point A to point B easily. The second app is Yassir Express. This is our baby. We just launched it a few months ago in Morocco. So Yassir Express is an Uber Eats like app, mainly for delivery. So it's an app that allows you to get all your daily life needs delivered from your favorite meal, from your favorite restaurants, grocery, also order, rent a car, getting your clothes dry clean and iron sent to your house. Alhamdulillah, in the past 2 years, we were being very successful. We managed to get 85% market share in Algeria and to be positioned in Morocco and Tunisia as a renowned actor in the ride-hailing and food delivery.
Nice.
So within all this success, AUI and the part-time MBA did play a major role in this success, and I tell you why. So when I joined the part-time MBA, I was at that time working for the US Department of Commerce, and more precisely for the US International Trade Administration. After 6 months, I was contacted by the founder of Yassir Inc., who's the Stanford PhD guy based in Silicon Valley, and he entrusted me to develop Yassir in Morocco. So I started Yassir in Morocco from scratch, from creating the company to doing the market studies, market assessments, recruiting the team, to building the go-to-market strategy, the operational strategy, marketing strategy, and eventually, of course, launching the business in Morocco in 6 cities for both apps. So this would not have been feasible without AUI first, and second, without the part-time MBA. So I consider the part-time MBA and AUI like there are 3 factors that did help me a lot in this journey, this successful journey. The first one is the AUI Alumni network. So being an AUI student or AUI participants or AUI graduates allows you to join this valuable network,
Yes.
valuable cycle of alumni who are first well positioned in the markets. They interact a lot between each other to share opportunities, and of course with whom there is a cycle of trust. So yeah. Even the first employees that I hired, they were alumni students. Like for example, my director of operations is he's someone I knew at AUI. The director of marketing was a classmate, so we did work in several projects while studying. My business B2B director is a senior AUI alumni, so wanted to capitalize to having a good profile through the AUI network. And this has helped me a lot to have good pillars of trust with whom I was able to develop the business. The second element that was key for me was the part-time MBA peers and network. And I think Dr. El Garrah did mention that. So during the part-time MBA, like the participants, as Ms. Ghizlan called them, or the peers, as Dr. Garrah mentioned, these were like priceless advisors, collaborators. Some of them even turned to be very loyal customers. So during the part-time MBA, I got to interact with these professionals that got a diverse range of skills, experience, knowledge. So some of them came from the public entities like Bank al Maghrib, like government institutions. Some of them came for large private companies. So I got the chance to interact with these people. So it was like a perfect laboratory for me to test my ideas and the concepts and to get free, priceless market insights about how I wanted to implement the go-to-market strategy for Yasser Maroc. The third element, which I consider also being one of the competitive advantages of this part-time MBA, is the faculty, and Dr. Garrah did mention that. Here, by faculty, I don't talk only about the professors, but also I talk about the guest speakers with whom we got the chance to interact during the part-time MBA. So this was very an opportunity for me to interact with experienced mentors that guided me through the elaboration of the business plan and the go-to-market strategy I was working on. Also, the professors did bring decades and decades of insights and expertise to the classroom. So they were all very, very humble, very generous in terms of sharing knowledge, and even the classes environments was very different. So because it was very comfortable, convivial, so you can share your thoughts and get like feedback, positively, and even when it's criticism, it's only like a constructive criticism. And same thing for the guest speakers. So the guest speakers with whom we got to talk, these were people who were very well implemented in the business, on the business environments. They were highly knowledgeable and experienced business people. Many of them worked for long years as consultants, like Mr. John Abinadir, who I think he will join us in a little bit. Investors, some of them were investors. Some of them even launched successful business venture for themselves. So all in all, this part-time MBA was a great opportunity for me to take advantage from their advices, mentorship, and the constructive also criticism.
Especially that we're talking about peers who are thriving in the professional world, who are real actors in the professional world, and can be really good, help you by helping you in a good way. We're giving you like accurate critique. Thank you very much, Rashid, for sharing with us. I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate to you and to what you are doing, and I wish you a lot of success with the ESD. Thank you very much, Rashid. Zahra Muddin, who is gonna join us. She's a project manager at La Haka, and she's already here.
Hello.
How are you?
Thank you. Fine.
Hi,
hello, Professor. How are you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, doing good.
So we've been talking about the program. We already seen Rashid, who came from a business background, which is not the case for you, Fatem Zahra Muddin, yes?
Yeah, indeed.
So maybe tell us about the approach, how is the part-time MBA, how the years in the part-time MBA went by, what you're doing right now and everything.
Yes, I want just to precise something that I earned my bachelor degree in communication in 2004, and I integrated Haka in 2005. So it has been a long time in my professional life before deciding to go back to university. So that's why in 2018 I decided to hold the challenge of the MBA and be a participant at the part-time MBA in Casablanca at the EEC. So my objectives were that I wanted at that time to enhance my managerial skills and also to push my career to higher levels.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Fatem Zara,
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
can you elaborate on, coming from a different education system,
because it's a recurring question. People
Exactly.
ask this a lot. If my level of English gonna be maybe a handicap into pursuing from coming from the French system, because we talked about the foundation courses and the importance of foundation courses to get people on track, and I believe you took some of those foundation courses, Fatem Zara.
Yes, absolutely. And I used the word challenge to illustrate this because at the beginning, I hold the challenge. It was something new for me. I earned a bachelor degree in communication, institutional communication, and doing an MBA, it's business is something new for me. So at the beginning, I took foundation courses that prepared me for core courses. In fact, in finance, accounting, economics, research methods. And those courses at the beginning helped me a lot. So in fact, ce sont des cours de mise à niveau. For people who do not know the foundation courses, ce sont des cours de mise à niveau. Si vous avez par exemple une licence en économie, en finance, en littérature, un domaine that is quite far from business, those courses help you a lot to get prepared to the core courses.
Yeah.
And I totally agree with Dr. Al-Garrah when she talked about the methodology of teaching. I really liked it because it was an active learning.
Yeah.
It was not a traditional way of learning, meaning that you have a presentation, the professor gives you a lecture. No, it's very interactive. You exchange. There is participants are from different backgrounds, so that gives you the opportunity to exchange knowledge. I had the opportunity to meet people from bank sectors, from agriculture, entrepreneurials, meaning that we exchange information through those case studies and also through presentations, oral presentations that gives you the opportunity also to interact with those people. They give you their feedbacks, they give you their opinions, and it's very rich as a debate.
So, Fatem Zahra, you chose to go for a part-time MBA, as you said. You were far a little bit in your career. So, how did you cope with the maybe the hours, given your job, the importance also of the position you have?
She's a mother of two.
And I didn't want to say that. I want her to say it because there must be other people.
I can say it because she was in my class, so exactly. I can do that.
Yeah, because it's hard, and maybe there are parents who are watching us today and they say, okay, no, it's too late for me now. I have kids. Maybe I'm not going to be able to handle this.
Yes, indeed, it has been a challenging experience. To be honest, I at the beginning I was quite scared of this experience, but when you are in, you have this power,
energy.
Absolutely, the energy, absolutely, and well, you just need to be, for parents who have the same situation as me, or people that have personal commitments and professional commitments. You just need to be organized. You need to organize your time. For example, at your working time, well, of course, if you have, for example, a little break, you can take a look at your schedule, for next courses. Because before any course, you have a syllabus. Professors send you a syllabus to you get an idea about what the course is you are going to have as a course. Meaning that you get prepared yourself before going to the class. First, second, courses are scheduled on weekends, one weekend on and one off. So you have the opportunity, for example, to organize your personal commitments, your family commitments. The key for me was organization. In fact,
when it's one weekend on and off, then you see it coming. You have time to prepare, and maybe
even my children were prepared to. They were accustomed. They say, okay, this weekend is on. Oh, wait, good. This weekend is off. Mom is gonna be in Casablanca because I live in Rabat, so I was commuting. So they
It
were
must be nice to see the kids coming picking you up from the university.
They did it.
Exactly.
They did it. One time they made a surprise, and once out of the class, I found them there. It was they really were. They were very glad to discover that their mom is taking courses. Absolutely, absolutely.
I think you said something that really resonates with me and with a lot of people. I bet, Fatem Zahra, when you said that the energy. I think when you try to learn, when you are in an exciting experiment where you experience and you are learning new stuff every day. Especially when you said like you're not coming from a business background, so you have the foundation courses. You open up on this whole new world. So the excitement of learning also gives you that extra power, extra stamina to be able to to keep going with all this going on.
And this active learning, in fact, push you to be collaborative. Because the basis of the courses is not a classic way of teaching. It was a learning group, collaborative learning group. For example, with the professors, we made groups of 2 or 3, sometimes 4 people. We exchange. We have an idea. We have a problem, a real life problem. For example, for companies, I can give, for example, the last case study. I worked with the Dr. Al-Garrah about Uber, and the team. Yes. We had a real life experience, meaning that we experienced that exchange, that collaborative learning with the team, and we learn from each other.
Yeah, thank you very much, Fatem Zahra.
You're welcome. You're welcome. My
Wishing
pleasure.
you all the best luck in your professional life. Thank you very much.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Dr. Garrah, we're gonna still continue with our next guest, and it's also an alumnus. We saw someone who is an entrepreneur. We saw someone who is working in the public sector. Time for us to discover someone who is going to come from the private sector, and he has an engineering background, an alumnus from the part-time MBA. It's Abdelaziz Al-Ammari who's going to join us, and he's a Scrum Master at Capgemini. I always pronounce it like that. I don't know if it's Capgemini or Capgemini, but it feels nicer, like
well, he can tell us. He can tell us. Hi, how are you?
Abdelaziz, how are you?
It's good
Maybe
to
you
see
can enlighten us. Is it Capgemini or a Capgemini?
Yeah, it's French company, so let's call it Capgemini.
Capgemini, okay. Thank you for taking the time to be with us, Abdelaziz. Today.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear my experience with you. First time sharing my experience with a great audience like this. So
we talked about your background because this is a recurring question, and I want to just to repeat it because a lot of people ask. You come from an engineering background.
Yes. So I graduated in 2015. So 5 years from now, with bachelor's of computer science. So with the minor of business administration. So I had the chance to study some economics. Accounting, some basics, marketing, and then I graduated. I worked in an IT company for 2 years, and then I joined the Capgemini, and I said, yeah, it's a great experience to mix the two. I knew that in 3, 5, or 6 years I will be a manager, so I needed to work on this. So the best way or the fastest way to do this is to have an MBA.
Yeah.
Because it's seeing the work and how to add value to this work, and seeing the things differently than other people. So I needed the shortcut, and alhamdulillah, now I'm one of the youngest managers in Capgemini around the world.
Yeah.
27-year-old, and now I'm a project manager. So yeah,
this is really nice to hear. That's
how big is your team?
15 people.
15. Nice.
Yeah, from France and from here. Yeah, people from France.
So how did the part-time MBA fits into your schedule? As you said, you were working at the IT company, then you joined Capgemini. You had to put a lot of hours into the work, into getting your career going. But at the same time, you needed to also do the part-time MBA.
Yeah, exactly. So at the beginning, it was the foundation courses, as Fatim Zara said. So I needed to bring back this mindset of studying. So it took me some time. Then after doing this 1 week after the other one, then we are used to this. And for me, it was not learning courses like normal courses that we had at AUI, but it's different. It's more of sharing experience with people from different backgrounds. We
like
had
you said, it's experience based. You get to do case studies.
Yeah, case studies exactly. So this is a joke. In all the questions that we had in the case studies or in the quizzes, as a manager, what would you do?
Yes.
So we had this mindset of being a manager and taking decisions and how to take this decision, how to make it. Yeah. So your mindset is concentrated on this, and then you share your experience with other people. I'm not from the field, but I had I became a manager without being a manager.
Yes, exactly.
That's with the learning curve, there's so many things that you learn, but it comes so obvious in your mind that you this is how I'm going. But this is part of the process, changing who you are. I mean, I'm talking about skill-wise, what you become as a manager.
Exactly. And by the way, as a Scrum Master, I didn't define this. It's like a project manager, agile project. And what's interesting about agile is how to add value, to add the business value quickly to the business. So I was into this without knowing.
Yeah, but I think and I hope that you have the agility for this job, because I asked you actually the question because we did a rehearsal yesterday. It was the first time I heard like a Scrum manager, and actually yes, it's more of having this possibility of being agile toward projects and coming up always with the right decisions for the right moment. Thank you very much for sharing.
One last thing.
Yeah, of course.
Actually, what's interesting in our work in IT projects is you can move from industry to another one.
Yes.
So the functional part or the business side of the project is very important.
Yeah.
And with this MBA, I can change from now I'm working in the business sector, in the banking sector. Tomorrow I will be working in another sector. I won't have any problem to manage a project from a different sector.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. And I'll add to that. Thank you for bringing that, Abdelaziz. That's a great point. And I alluded to that earlier at the beginning, when the introduction, that with an MBA, you have these transversal skills. So regardless of the industry, the skills that you learn in the MBA, they can be applied in every industry. So thank you for bringing that point up, because that's very crucial and very specific to the MBA degree.